Underground dialogue, we gon' tell the truth. We ain't scared like a lot of y'all. Matters who they are, do we bow? No. Not at all. Dropping bombs on this wicked world, so it gotta fall. Underground dialogue, we gon' tell the truth. We ain't scared like a lot of y'all. Matters who they are, do we bow? No. Not at all. Dropping bombs on this wicked world, so it gotta fall. From the industry to the Oval Office, we expose the darkest motives of them all and disclose what the protocol is. Thinking and moving logical, stopping every maneuver possible, and apologizing for truth is not optional. We gon' help you with what you go through, reshape and mold you, and sweep over them weak lies they told you. If you living with no clue, we gon' deprogram the old you, and you get to keep your soul too.
What up, man? It's your big brother, K. Reno.
It's your boy, Key Stove.
Y'all are tuned in again to another episode of the Underground Dialogue Podcast where the name speaks for itself. And tonight, man, look, man, the legend seat just got another notch on his belt, man. It just enhanced 42.6%, man. Because the brother we got in the chair with us tonight, man, he's a certified legend. Over 3+ decades of dropping classics in the game, man. Y'all done heard him on 3 in the morning. Y'all done heard him Born Bad. Y'all done heard him on So Cold. We gonna get into that. No ordinary this, you know. He's worked with some of the greats, man. I'm talking about from Ice-T to UGK to any legend you can name out of the city of Houston. Projects with Master P. This dude has done it all, man, and still on the gas, man. My brother. The one, the only. And if you ever got a click song and you need somebody to kick it off, he ain't got to be in your clique. You just call him. He'll still do it for you. PSK-13, what's up, my brother?
Hey, yo, what's up, famo?
Man, glad to have you. You know, we've been talking about PSK since we was doing the radio show back at KPFT. So I say, man, we done had most Southpaw Coalition on here, you know what I'm saying? The one person we ain't got is PSK, and it's been mostly scheduling, just
right.
Timing,
That's all,
and all that.
Don't blame it on my heart.
Yeah, without a doubt. But now it make it even better because, having you on the podcast is greater because we know we can say what we want to say. We ain't in no time restriction and all that. We can really go into detail, man.
Right on.
So what you been up to, big brother?
Man, I've been good, man. Enjoying my blessings.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Trying to walk the walk, trying to walk the path, that God set for me.
Man.
And, transitioning to, a different part of life and, on some grown man type shit.
Yeah, that pawpaw life.
Like I said earlier, I try to be somebody's grandfather, man.
Man, my boy say, man, I got 7 grandkids. Yeah. I say, man, yeah, see that, and that's a blessing, brother. Like to come from where we come from,
right?
And we all been knowing each other so long that we knew each other for children, period.
For sure.
Much less grandchildren, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So that got to be a crazy thought now. When you look in that mirror and you see them little grays up in that boy, you know what I'm saying?
We're going to talk about these grays.
Yeah.
y'all had my brother Pent up here.
Yeah, we had Rocco up in this bad boy. Yeah, we're like...
I put my shirt on there.
Yeah,
let's go. Get that out the way.
But it's just
I'm on my gray.
Okay.
Listen, without putting nobody on the spot, I got the best barber ever.
Yeah.
He sit up here, man, and he pick all my grays out. He just pick them out one by one.
How long you in this barber shop?
That boy been there 3 hours.
I'm just messing with y'all. Man. Y'all know what it is, man.
All that thing, boy. And that's a monster, boy. Look, you got the best barber in the world. I hope he give me a discount, boy. I'm so glad I'm out the haircut game, boy. I've been finding they say haircut costs $50, $60 now, bro.
Man, $100 for a haircut.
That's insane, bro. That's
man,
insane.
I go grab me a nice little $12 raise and whoop-de-whoop.
Man, yeah.
I love it.
That's like another bill, man.
Yeah, it is.
For sure.
That's crazy.
For sure.
Man, we want to get into it, man, because your resume is just ridiculous, bro. You did so much and just so much, that body of work, bro. What was the year that you said, I'm finna pick this boy right here up and I'm finna start doing this thing? Do you remember the time frame and how it all came together, what you heard that motivated you and all that?
It was a lot of things that, that coincide or come together to make you make a decision like that. I can remember not having any aspirations of being a rapper, but knowing that I could, you know. Just for instance, I mean, you know, we all had little roasting sessions in high school. I was in AP classes, you know, honors English, honors math, everything like that. But English was always my favorite subject. You know what I'm saying? I could always pen something meaningful. And with that being said, the roasting sessions turned into not just ranking, it turned into writing. So the very first time I realized that I might have something was a roasting session, and I had wrote a rap. And after the rap, one of my teammates was like, "Man, you ain't like that."
Ooh, that's when you know.
Yeah. Where you get that from? You ain't like that. Yeah. That's from my.
They're like, okay, if you think I stole this from Run,
right,
I must be pretty good.
Right, exactly. So that was one of the first times I was like, okay. You know what I'm saying? I got something, but I still was, you know, man, I was always, you know, I'm going to the NFL. You know what I'm saying? I was always into sports. You know, I played 3 sports all through school. You know what I'm saying? Led all 3 sports, all district and all 3 sports. So my thing was, you know, I was just playing ball. But that was just something, that was one of those moments that, you know, still in my head where I was like, when you think back and, you know, the same thing that you just asked, you know, when did you kind of, you know, realize that, you know, you might have something? That was the first time.
Yeah, because you was an athlete. I was getting ready to get into that. You know what I'm saying? You was playing. You say that all 3 sports. They're doing everything. Yeah. So what was your favorite one out of the 3?
Everybody said that my best sport was basketball, and my favorite sport was football.
Gotcha.
I played basketball just because the basketball coach wanted me to play basketball.
What's the third sport?
Track. Track. I was gonna say baseball.
Track is the sport that I eventually got a D1 scholarship in, and ended up going to Stephen F. Austin on a D1 track scholarship and playing box.
Hey, that's cool. So, let me ask you this:
long jump.
Okay, all right.
I always want to know, where'd you get your style from, bro? Because like out of everybody at SPC, to me, you always stuck out like the most. You know how Mystical had like a one-on-one sound? Like it's one sound, and nobody else could do that. You remind me of the person I put in that category. Because the way you jump all over the beat, and it's like, it's just extremely original.
And he don't sound like nobody. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
It ain't no rapper you can say, well, he kind of remind you.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I mean, to be honest, I don't know. Like I don't know. Like I remember a compliment that I'll never forget. Maybe K. Reno don't remember this, but he complimented me on my wordplay.
Yeah,
long time ago when we first met.
Yeah,
I think he might have heard a couple of songs that I did. You know, I wasn't even in the game like that. Yeah. But I remember him complimenting me on my wordplay, and that stuck with me. So I was thinking, okay, well, whatever you doing, you got something with that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I remember I grew up, like my favorite rapper was like, you know, when I say these names, then you'll maybe see where my style came. My favorite rapper was MC Shan.
Okay. Yeah.
My favorite rapper was Ice Cube. Yeah. And my favorite rapper was Scarface. Yeah. So Blank always tell me, when he first heard me, he's like, man, you sound like Face and Cube at the same time. And
Face Cube.
Maybe,
Ice Face.
Ice Face. So I was like, maybe that's where the influence come from. Yeah. But I don't channel them. No. Like when I'm writing, I don't be like, well, I'm gonna sound like this. You know what I'm saying? Like I guess it's the vocabulary and the way I play with my words all fit together with my voice, and that creates, you know what I'm saying, my sound.
And it's unorthodox. So like the way you jump all over the place, but it's perfect every time. So I was like, man, who is this cat? He must not be from Houston because you don't even sound like from Houston.
Right.
Yeah. Right. But see, that I think that's probably what drew me to you, because if I'm talking about wordplay, normally it's gonna be in relation to somebody that's just spitting some lyrical bars, you know, punchlines. And what I heard was, okay, this dude is exhibiting wordplay even on street topics, even on reality topics. It's like, so that's what, like, that stands out, because you got to be able to still, in my opinion, you got to still be able to display rap skill regardless of what the subject matter is.
I mean, even after all these years, it's humbling to hear that from you still, you know what I'm saying?
Man, it's
You're
real,
my brother.
it's true.
It's humbling hearing that.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have an explanation for it. I mean, it's just, you know, it's just how I feel, how I come off, you know what I'm saying? The words, you know, my vernacular, the way I think, you know, and it all, you know, it all spills out from the pen onto that, you know what I'm saying? I mean, if it sounds different or unique, that's definitely what I want.
Yeah, it's
you know?
definitely unique. Yeah.
But I'm not necessarily setting out to say, well, I don't want to sound like I'm from Houston, because a lot of times that hurts. You know what I'm saying? I feel like at times, because I didn't sound like, or I don't sound like I'm from Houston, a lot of people from Houston really didn't pick up. You know what I'm saying? I get, you know, back in the sound scan days, I was scanning more in places like Cleveland, Washington, D.C. Like, man, I can open my inbox and I have just as many emails from people in D.C. and Cleveland as I do in Houston.
Yeah.
I've got videos where fans saying, man, come to Houston. Street Military, PSK, and Scarface, the only people from Houston we listen to.
Right.
And you know, the sound scans were evident. St. Louis, Omaha, Nebraska, Memphis, places like that. And I was getting traction in those cities all the time, wishing
that love was here.
That love was here.
Man, you never know where the love gonna come from.
Right.
And I learned a long time ago, take it from wherever it goes. You know, I was just looking, nobody out here don't know me or rock with me.
Right.
Oh, but they messing with that boy
Right,
in
right,
Diboll, Texas. He's the biggest thing, you know. So you just take it for where it comes. But it also, to me, it speaks to versatility.
Right.
Because one thing happens is a lot of our great artists from Houston, no disrespect, their range is not going to extend too far beyond Houston, and it hurt a lot of them. You know, a lot of them was able to eat, because you popping in Texas, you can eat forever. But also, for me as an artist, if I had to pick, I would check the box that says I'll be accepted in more places, you know, than just home.
Right. I'll definitely take it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I stayed in Atlanta for about 5 years.
Yeah.
And then I got a lot of love in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I even did some stuff with Cujo Goody and T-Rock from 3-6 Mafia. Like, they reached out to me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not capping on me. I'm not on my high horse or whatever, but I just found it, you know, like, wow. You know what I'm saying? Like, they came to me, you know what I'm saying, when I was in Atlanta. So, you know, I guess that's a testament to, you know, what I did.
Man, but you know what, bro? I have to educate a lot of people a lot of times, like younger people, and sometimes people that's in our age bracket, about how, like you say, it ain't no capping at all. Just South Park Coalition, we had a lot of influence on a lot of the artists that people look at as big artists right now. So for them to reach out to PSK, I know you was rocking heavy with Al Capone and one time, and Coaster and all those guys like that. You know, for them to reach out, that's not a surprise to me. You know what I'm saying? Because they're like, okay, wait, man, you know, this dude is part of a foundation that was laid that came before a lot of those guys was even doing it, and they was hearing the records all through Alabama and Tennessee and Mississippi and Louisiana. You know, we was there first, you know, and as far as one of the ones that's there first. So,
shout out to Al Capone.
No question about it, man. No question.
Ain't it what, the Gulf Coast, the Rough Coast, the Gulf Coast? Come fuck with it.
Yeah, man.
So, yeah, I mean, like, man, in Alabama, you know, we pull up in Alabama, like, doing arenas in Alabama.
Yeah.
Like, you pull up to Alabama, like, on the top 8 at 8. I'm number 2 behind Garth Brooks.
Come on, man.
That kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like you wish it was here, but it feel good. You know when you out there. You know, and
I'll say it again.
you know what I'm saying?
I never cared where it came. You right. You be grateful. Like I would hope, man. I'm like, damn, I like her, but she don't know who I am. But at the end of the day, hey man, the love come from where it come from.
Was that intentional? Because like a lot of times I noticed this from the SPC, is certain members had a mystique about them. Like even when we got to see, we really didn't know how you look, you know, too much, because it was like a joint or a baby or something.
Yeah.
So, and I know Klondike Cat had the same thing.
He said, "Baby." You talking about the poor man? Yeah.
But it took a while. You're like, okay. You had to put the face with the name because you really wasn't. I ain't see too many videos whatsoever at all,
right.
and stuff like that. So you wouldn't really know.
Right. It was kind of semi-intentional.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't like I was just going, we all, as artists, somewhat narcissistic. So you want to be on the scene, you want to be on the album cover, you want everybody to see. But the Born Bad was just, both of my sons were born.
Bad.
When they was younger, they was bad.
Yeah.
But I kind of wanted to, that was kind of a shout out to my sons, and I felt like that's something that was that they'll be able to see forever, and so that was more what that was. And I really didn't, I didn't like the photo shoot that we took.
Oh,
bad.
Wow. Okay.
And so I didn't really pick any pictures from the photo shoot that we've had.
Man, that's crazy. Because you know what? Because just remembering that cover, see, I ain't know that, but remember, I'm thinking it's like, okay, well, he just on some abstract type visual at the time, like, which, that goes over, it's like, so yeah, but it was as simple as, I don't like this picture. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I want to ask you this, man. So leading up from the time you started rapping till coming into contact with Blank and then coming into South Park Coalition, what was that gap? What was you doing in that gap before you got?
That's easy.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out that transition from realizing that you're probably not going to be a professional athlete.
Yeah.
You're leaving college, you're young, you know what I'm saying? Everybody expected this out of you.
Man.
And answering questions, you're not playing ball no more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And as a young 20-year-old, 21-year-old, man, that's pressure. You know what I'm saying?
Did you get hurt? What led to the end of that? The athletic
bad
career?
knees.
Yeah. Okay.
Bad knees.
Yeah.
And I wasn't too fond of surgery.
Gotcha.
And back then, surgery wasn't as
so-called advanced.
Right, exactly.
Trustworthy.
So you had to,
I don't trust it now, but
they had to really go in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they had to open you up, and I just didn't really know if I could come back from that.
Right.
Maybe I wasn't mentally prepared to come back from it. You know what I'm saying? But while I was, and this is a true story, while I was working out, attempting to come back, trying to play ball at TSU, one of the younger guys at my high school, he was still in high school, and we used to work out over the summer. And he would always listen to these certain groups of guys from Houston, and that was the SPC.
Wow.
So I was working out, trying to come back to play ball, listening to y'all.
Wow.
You know how I always tell you how I'll tell you I was a fan of y'all before.
Yeah.
And it's just crazy how fate works. Rough Brothers.
Man.
Blow Them Hoes Up. Like those songs and UGK, Tell Me Something Good.
Yeah.
Those songs, back to the question you asked, when did you know you wanted to do this? Those songs, Tell Me Something Good, and the fact that I knew that I could write was like, okay, well, you know what? Let's try this.
Yeah.
So that's when I made up my mind that I'm finna jump 10 toes into this music. So another little guy of mine, a little D-boy friend of mine, put up some money, got me some headshots, put me in the studio, got a demo together. And this was all while I was at TSU. Shout out to Lil James. Lil James liked it. But Lil James at that time, everybody will tell you Lil J don't answer the phone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I finally got him to call me back. And he said, that's not enough songs. I need 12.
How many was it?
So it was 4.
4. Oh, okay, so you need 12. Okay.
Right. He's like, I need 12. Can you do me 8 more? I lied and said, yeah. No one ain't had no money.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? I went to the little recording booth in the gallery. I did them 4.
I went to one in Sharpstown. Yeah.
I did them 4. So that kind of like that. I was like, well, shit, that ain't gonna work. And ended up, I don't know how I met these dudes, man, but it was some dudes, they own Paris Records. And the logo was the Eiffel Tower, and they ended up being in the Arena Towers. So went there. They loved my demo, man. It was like, yeah, we finna do this, we finna do that. It's up. You know what I'm saying, man? They gave me $1,000.
Oh, we rich.
$1,000. Mama, I win it. $1,000 back.
Man, yeah, no doubt.
Them boys, man, them boys gave me that bread, man. It was up. But I don't know how long, man. A couple of weeks later, calling, no answer. Went up to the office, and everything gone out the office. Lights off. I look in there, they gone. They turned up.
They got them.
They little hustle got
Yeah, they got them.
They little hustle got short stopped. And another little, another little roadblock or whatever.
Yeah.
And just, kept working out, kept writing, kept going to school. And bumped into Born Twice.
Yeah, man, the legend.
That's Big Bro right there.
Man.
Born Twice was really the first person that was a known rapper in Houston that really was like, you got something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even after the $1,000 advance,
right.
When he offered me a production deal, I was like, okay, I got something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I got something. You know what I'm saying? And but B2 had me on the little production deal. All the time, B2 was always 100 with me. Man, if you find something, I ain't gonna hold you to it. If you find something better, you know what I'm saying? Yada, yada, yada.
Yeah, that's real.
Anyway, ended up, that's when Tell Me Something Good got hot. And ended up calling BigTyme Recordz, and Blank answered the phone. You know what I'm saying? He was like, so y'all looking for any new acts? He was like, no, not really, but if you dope, we gotta sign you, right?
Right.
Yeah. That's all I needed to hear.
I'm on the way.
Exactly. About 30 minutes later, pulled up and down, Russell in the back arguing with Jive Records on the phone.
Walk right into it.
Right into it. I literally walked right into it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And
that's how you met Blank?
That's how I met Blank, over the phone. You know what I'm saying? So Blank took the demo to the back, and he was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? You got something I can fuck with, your shit. Man, it might have been that same week or the week later, we was in San Antonio, Austin, one of them cities with the convicts, and I was Blank hype man. So after that, it was up after that.
What's so crazy, and just real quick before, when he was saying Born Twice for all my old school, he talking about B2 Omega,
yes,
OG legend, man,
yes,
from out here. But what's crazy, go ahead.
No, I was just shouting out B2.
What trips me out, what people got to understand is that back in the days when you had an independent record label, everybody worked. So he called and Blank answered the phone. Blank, an artist on the label. It was the same way we had our label. It was like,
yeah, now for real,
Electric City Records.
Right, exactly.
Dude be like,
for real,
hey, man, that sound like K Reno. Like, no, it's not me.
Hold on.
Hold on. Yeah, what's up, man?
but real, not for real though. But Blank was the phone answerer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You think it's temperature quick?
Right.
I can hear Blank now. Yeah. BigTyme Recordz. Man, I hear you.
That same voice. Nah, we ain't signing nobody, but if you dope, we gotta sign you, right?
Man. But you know what's so cold about that though? Because as an artist, it's so many scenarios where an artist, because Blank had to be practically brand new on BigTyme himself.
Blank was brand new. That was before Prone the Bad Dream.
See what I'm saying?
This is before Prone the Bad Dream.
So how many times could you see an artist that would hate on that situation like that?
Right.
Now, we ain't signing nobody.
Right.
You know, because they feel threatened by it. Yeah.
That's why Blank will always be my brother.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, no PSK-13 at all.
Man.
Without Point Blank.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That man took me under his wings from day one.
Day one.
Bro, Russell wasn't even trying to sign.
Yeah, Russell was slow to the party. Huh?
Russell was going through that stuff with Jive and, you know what I'm saying, and UGK, so he wasn't, he kind of put Blank on the back burner.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Dealing with that, you know what I'm saying? His cash cow, he about to lose that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I remember like it was a lot of tension between Russell and Blank because Blank felt like a certain way about, you know, being put on the back burner or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But that's a whole nother story. And you know, that could lead in, the little Point Blank UGK beef or whatever, but, you know, I'll let Blank tell that story. But Blank felt the weight because Russell wasn't paying attention to nobody. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I feel comfortable saying that. But, and you know, and Blank still took me under his wing. You know what I'm saying? Blank was like, man, I'm gonna make sure he hear you. He gonna hear you. You know what I'm saying? So I remember being on road trips, being Blank hype man, and we in Russell Explorer, and Blank would take out my CD and put it in. You know, all you doing is listening to music.
Right.
3-4 hours going to Lafayette, going to New Orleans, going all over Houston. We just listening to music. Blank would take out my CD and put it in.
Yeah.
And make Russell hear.
Right.
So, you know, I never forget the day, you know, like it's like, man, think they might be want to do something with you. Still then, Russell wasn't sure about signing me. The first person who really signed me to a record contract was Black from 20 O'Clock.
Yeah.
That's who signed me.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's who signed me. Black put out No Ordinary Nigga through Russell. You know what I'm saying? Black was 19 years old. Little nigga in the hood, had a pocket full of money. You know what I'm saying? Little young nigga. Black was always about his business and always about his money.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Black. That's my brother. You know what I'm saying? He really the first one to put that bread.
So how did it work out to where Russell was basically deeded by Black as just the machine behind it, right? So Black did. I guess he was young, but he didn't want to say, "I'm just gonna put the money. We start our own label and just push it." He kind of wanted to come in under that BigTyme umbrella.
Exactly, that's what it was.
Yeah.
He wanted to come in under the BigTyme umbrella because Russell was already established.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Then later on, you know, him and Killer Blackman did MA Records.
Yeah.
He kind of got his, you know, boots on the ground and learned the business and, you know what I'm saying, just stacked his bread up and was able to do more things. So he put all his effort into his group, which was understandable. But by that time, Russell was already cool with signing.
Oh, I was just about to say, so you eventually got to the point where you won Russ over.
Exactly.
And he was like, come on, let's go ahead and get it on.
Yeah, had crazy roster. Yeah. Screw still was up there too.
Right.
UGK, Point Blank, you.
Man, it was some crazy, it's some crazy moments up there, man. Like just moments that nobody will never know that were like history making moments, you know what I'm saying? Like I was there when Jive was sending all the music back and not being able to clear the samples.
For UGK?
Yeah.
Okay,
so
gotcha.
I was there when Jive sent Pregnant Pussy back.
Yeah.
Didn't want it. I was there when Russ was like, fuck it, I'm gonna put it out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was there when Jive sent 93 Mac back.
Wow.
And you know, they couldn't clear the sample because they were saying Chad was using too many samples and it was costing too much money. They didn't want to spend all that money. Just crazy instances, man. I was there when Russell told Kiki no to Don't Mess with Texas. We all listen.
I love you, Russ.
Listen, man. Man, you know, man, we fumble sometimes, but you know,
yeah, you do.
Like,
you do.
That was around the time where we was doing a priority deal too.
Yeah.
So we all kind of was leaning towards a more universal sound.
Yeah.
And trying to, you know what I'm saying, trying to get the masses. And you know, it was just kind of direction Russell wanted to go.
Right.
Nobody hated the record.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We was like, shit, that shit jamming. That was after Pimp the Pink.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So he already was Kiki coming.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And Russell was on the label.
Yeah.
Right. So Russell was just, he's like, you know, kind of like, that ain't the way we going type of thing. You know what I'm saying? I know, you know, then without putting everybody's business out there, you know, of course, every decision is based on money too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
right.
that was kind of, you know, had something to do with it.
Yeah, the details of this industry, man, a lot of people don't know. A lot of times, well, most of the time, we just see the end result. We see how things turned out, but we don't always know how it got to where it got to. That's strong.
And I'm at these moments, you know, still a fan.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm still a Point Blank fan, still a K Reno fan, still a little young dude in the game. But I was older than y'all, but I was still young in the game. You know what I'm saying? So I was still at a lot of times just in awe. Like, man, I'm really here. Like, that's really Pimp C on the phone back there yelling at Russell. that's really, you know what I'm saying? That you know.
Yeah.
So this is a bunch of crazy times, man. I remember in Atlanta, Russell and Jive had came to agreement about the situation with UGK. So
the split.
Right.
Yeah.
So it was like they owed Russell some songs. You know what I'm saying? So this is the way I hear it. This is what they were told to me. You know, well, Chad say he'll do the songs, but we're gonna do a album, a Trill Ass Nigga album. And Chad said he wanna do them with you.
Wow.
So that was another one of those moments like
who, me?
me? Like real, like
right.
She like really chose me, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I remember getting to Atlanta and like the first thing Chad said to me was like, PSK, you could rap your ass out, boy. You know what I'm saying? That was another one of those
you gotta hear nothing else after that.
Another one of those moments where you ask, well, when you know you know what I'm saying? That was another one of the moments. So I was like, shit, man, you know what I'm saying? I might ask up. You know? I was the same time we was down there. I don't know if this was right around the time, the exact time where he turned Jay-Z down, but I do remember us all sitting at, you know, Chad big table, you know, smoking and talking about it.
Yeah.
That he had, you know, he's like, nah, man, that's like oil and water. That don't mix. So, you know, that was his words. Nah, that don't. I was like, man, bro, you turned down a song with UGK. I mean, with Jay-Z. And Chad was like 10 toes on it. He was like, nah, I ain't doing it. You know, that's like oil and water. That's what he said. You know what I'm saying? It's another one of those moments where you just there and you like, hey.
Yeah, just some historical stuff. But you know, the thing also too, a dude like Pimp, you know, I wasn't close to Pimp. I went around Pimp like y'all, just sparingly. But I always respected his ear, you know, for music and just for talent as well, because, you know, he never struck me as a kind of dude that just went around alley-ooping compliments to everybody.
Right.
You know, he liked what he liked it. If he didn't like it, he ain't like it, he gonna say it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So for him to give you that snap like that,
right.
Just like,
can't nobody That's what made that compliment so poignant.
Yeah.
Like that's something.
For somebody that you gotta wrestle them compliments out of.
Right.
Do that compliment.
Right.
You know.
Did you ever put out or let everybody hear? Cause I remember back in the day you had said you had some UGK songs that ain't nobody ever heard that you had in the stand.
Well, those songs, I don't know what happened to them.
Oh, they
You know what I'm saying? I think Russell had them. I know one of the songs got leaked. What's Up, My Boy?
Okay.
Like you can pull that up. One of the songs got leaked. And what's so crazy about that, I didn't even hear the finished product of that song till I moved to Atlanta and it came out on the mixtape. And I was working in the airport and one of my coworkers had the CD. And we was listening to it. The song came on. I'm like,
hey.
And I like, and then, you know, so after me saying that's me, you know, I had to tell him my little story. You know what I'm saying? Like I did what's so crazy after that? Who co-signed for me? Scarface.
Man.
He walk in the airport.
Yeah.
PSK, Southport Coalition. You know what I'm saying? Them niggas like, man, well, Scarface just said your name. You know what I'm saying?
Like, yeah, now what? Yeah.
So I do that. So I'm
Yeah.
like, you know.
My boy had 19, that's when I knew I had some moments. Yeah. Now, but you know what's so cold too, man? Because when y'all dropped the Like Yesterday song, okay, so what was the timeline of that in terms of UGK and them kind of going through their thing with Jive? So everything was good around that time? Or had y'all already done that? Or
by that time, everything.
Man, it's your big brother K. Reno. Look, man, the Underground Dialogue website is back
come back to BigTyme Recordz
back
and
in
work with the
motion,
art.
man.
You know
If
what I'm saying? They had
y'all want
already
Underground
did
Dialogue podcast merch, whatever you need, go to undergrounddialogue.com and check us out. And always make sure that Wednesday night y'all are checking out the Underground
yesterday, it was all
Dialogue
kind of,
right on YouTube.
Everybody knows the story
Central
between the beats.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Between Cut You in Half and Like Yesterday. So, I just asked Russell, you know what I'm saying? I was like, you think we can get Chad and Bun to do a song with me? You know, for the Born Bad album. I had already had Ghetto Twins and Ice-T on there.
wow.
And I was like, you think we can get Chad them to do one? Bro, to be honest, I just asked, I just tossed it out there.
Closed mouth don't get fed.
Exactly. I didn't know, Russell didn't really let us in on as far as what was happening, and I understand that because it wasn't our business. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I just threw it out there, man, and maybe I don't know how long later, Russell was like, yeah, Chad said he'll do the song. I was like, no shit.
Right.
He's like, yeah, they'll be here Tuesday.
Yeah. I like, hold on, wait, I ain't ready yet.
Yeah. So, crazy about that, like, I wasn't ready. When we went in the studio, that song wasn't, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't even a thought. You know what I'm saying? We walked in the Marlon Denby them studio. Remember Chad saying, telling JB, y'all remember JB Money?
Oh yeah, guitar man, that's a bad man.
I remember Chad telling JB, JB, play that bass line, Love Don't Live Here Anymore. So if you listening Like Yesterday now, you'll hear that Love Don't Live Here Anymore. But he said, play that. And then JB,
man.
Then Chad sat behind the board, you know what I'm saying, in the beat. So Bun was like, I'm gonna try to sing on the hook.
Yeah.
I got something. I don't know if I'm gonna like it. I don't know if y'all gonna like it, but I'm gonna try to sing on this hook. You know what I'm saying? I remember that. And Bun went in there and did the hook. And I remember Chad saying, what we gonna name it? And I was like, Like Yesterday, let's just talk about, you know what I'm saying, how it used to be. You know what I'm saying? So we all kind of ran with that, man. We all wrote our verse, however long it took us to write a verse. Quick, boom, went in there and recorded it. When we recorded it, I still didn't necessarily like the song, but I was like, shit, it's UGK, you know what I'm saying? And and I remember Chad saying, let's do the radio edit while we here, so it all sound the same.
Man.
So the radio edit sound exactly like the album edit, because we did it like right after that. You know what I'm saying?
That's hard, man.
So the song blew up like that. That's
that was all over the radio, man.
Yeah. Besides slipping into a coma, that put me on the map.
But you know what else too? You just said something, because I can't remember Bun doing too many hooks at all. He must have singing.
But you know what? Bun, I saw an interview. Somebody sent it to me. It was a national syndicated interview too.
Yeah.
And somebody asked Bun, like, what was something like the most unique thing that he's ever done? And he said, I did a song with a friend of mine. He called me by my real name. I did a song with a friend of mine named Junior Thomas. And I sung on the hook. And Bun was like, I still don't like it to this day. He said, I don't like it. But, I sung on the hook and it worked. You know what I'm saying? And he's like, I still don't like the song, but he took care of me because he started playing it on Rock the Bells on radio. You know, he used to be like a guest DJ, so I guess he was like, I know K probably heard this, so let me go and throw him a bone. So right after that interview, he started playing it.
Man, it's a lot of artists that ain't really fond of a lot of hit records they made. You know, because it ain't always about what the artist like. The people like it. You know what I'm saying?
The song that everybody likes that I did was 13 Ways. I hate that. I hate that.
Teresa love that song.
I just don't like Wiz did the hook.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I was like, man, like I did not like rap good enough to match that hit.
You don't think so?
Like, the hook was simple though. I mean, it was like, I was like, there wasn't nothing complex about the hook, you know.
There wasn't nothing complex about the rap.
We just agree to disagree on. Yeah, but
yeah, man, like that's a song, like, and you know, like I said, of course, no disrespect to Wiz because he smashed the hook. That's what everybody remember, really. You know what I'm saying? Everybody remember me saying I drop you off in the back of the Summit.
Yeah,
everybody say that line, but like that was just a song that I wasn't really too fond of. You know what I'm saying?
Where PSK-13 come from? Because like I know back in them days, people wouldn't call themselves the 13. You know, usually 13, that's the one that gets wiped out. You know, there's no 13s on elevators, no 13 floors. Where that come from?
The story behind PSK-13 was back to that time I was telling y'all when I was transitioning from an athlete to a rapper. I used to say my raps to a partner of mine. He used to play basketball at Baylor, named Michael Hobbs. And I would always say my raps to him. And he would always say, like, man, you got to come harder. You got to come harder than that, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to come harder than that. Like, the rap's cool, you dope, you can rap, but you got to come hard. So then, my name was Jay Flex then.
Man.
And so I said, you know what? Okay, I'm going to come hard. And I'm going to make my rhymes PG-13. You know what I'm saying? So I came up with PSK-13 to kind of symbolize PG-13.
Right.
Meaning, you know what I'm saying, I'm finna come out with some more harder shit, so I changed my name. You know what I'm saying? And that's where PSK comes from. And, you know, Proud Son of King, like, just popped in my head because, you know, I was a young brother, you know, thinking about joining the Nation of Islam at TSU, those types of things, you know, listening to Ice Cube, revolutionary type of raps, Public Enemy, you know, so I was in that frame of mind, you know what I'm saying? So I said, you know, I'm gonna call myself a king, you know, I'm the son of kings, you know what I'm saying? So that's where it came from, PSK-13.
Tell you how you came.
KSP-31.
Wednesday called me.
Nah, man, it's all love, man.
But I mean, ever since, I don't remember him not. To be honest, I think the first time he met me,
I don't even know where that came from.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Me being silly, you know what I mean?
I don't ever remember him not calling me that. You know what I'm saying?
Man, you know, a lot of people like talk about, you know, Pimp C, you know, him being passed away now, man, but having a chance to work, like really work. We talk about all the time, like how the game is now. Even if you live in Houston, I can just shoot you my verse through the email.
Right.
But back then, you had to be in there with the artist to put the thing together, man. I mean, we didn't think about how special that was then.
Right.
But how do you look at that now with Pimp being gone and where you actually are one of the people that can say, man, I've been in the lab with Pimp. I've been in the lab with Screw and these different people.
Right. What I remember most about Chad was, like you said, he always had to have his hands on it. He always had to be there. He was meticulous. Definitely, man, set in his ways. You know what I'm saying? Like, when he had his mind made up on something, like, it wasn't no change, then don't even try, you know what I'm saying?
Leave it alone, let it be.
Because when we finished the song, like yesterday, Chad wanted to take it to Port Arthur. and you know what I'm saying, and do some more drums. He's like, okay, I'm gonna take the reels apart. I was like, man, nah, them my reels.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, them mine, bro. Nah, we ain't finna do that. You know what I'm saying?
You regret that?
I let him take them.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying.
Chad gonna do it the way he want to do it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I mean, he took them. You know what I'm saying? And of course, I don't regret it. But you know, that's just the type of dude he was, man. I just remember, like, he had to be in a zone and he had to be in a certain frame of mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember Zero did an interview where he was talking about how Chad had him just there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They went to sleep, got up, cooked breakfast, same thing.
Right.
Same thing happened at Chad house. You know what I'm saying? Me and Russell touched down in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? We get to the hotel. I forgot who it was. It was Tupac's cousin came pick us up. We get to the house. I'm all ready to work. Shit. Nigga, we sat in that motherfucker at that table, man, blew about 400 joint. And I'm like, man, I can't rap now. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, Chad in the back sleep. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking like, man, when we gonna get to work? You know what I'm saying? Up all night smoking, bun smoking, we all smoking. And Chad in the back sleep, man. So we went to bed. I remember waking up like, damn, we ain't do shit.
With the whole night gone.
Yeah, like, we ain't do nothing. Like, come on, man, I'm ready to work. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And shit, got up. Chad lady cooked us breakfast. You know what I'm saying? Ate breakfast. I'm thinking we finna eat breakfast and get to work. Need a whole day. Then the next day, man, probably about 3 that next morning, after that all night smoking, all day smoking, chilling, just sitting on the couch, just sitting there waiting. About 3 that morning, Chad got up and put together a big.
Yeah. That sound like the adventures of being at Screw House. Same thing. Yeah. Because I just think that people like that, you know, they got a certain degree of genius in them,
right?
And they know what the end result is going to be.
Right.
So
I'm somewhat the same way. Somewhat the same way.
Yeah.
You know, it'll sometimes songs spill out. Sometimes, you know, I have to get in the mood to do it, but I don't think to that extent. But I understood it. You know what I'm saying? You know, just being impatient and excited at the same time. You know, kind of brought those feelings on, but I understand it
because you know it's coming.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Being an artist, I definitely understand.
And they know. Yeah. They know. Look, bro.
Right.
You might be thinking, but trust me, when you get what I give you, it's gonna be
exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
You're
gonna be glad that you waited. You and you actually was real cool with Screw too as well. What stories do you have about Screw in terms of just any moments like working with Screw? Because I know you Screw was tight too.
Yeah, me and Screw had like our own kind of little relationship. Screw knew that I was older than everybody else. You know what I'm saying? When I say old, I mean, you know, 3-4 years. And so me and Screw relationship was kind of like big brother, little brother type deal. Like Screw would ask me things about life. You know, and me and Screw, I don't ever remember us talking about me.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like Screw would ask me how I feel to be married. You know what I'm saying? How I feel to have kids. Like, you know, shit about like open up bank accounts.
Man.
Shit about like cars and paying bills and, you know, that type of stuff. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think Screw saw that in me way back then that I was super duper family oriented. And everybody that really knew me knew that that's you know what I'm saying, that was who I was.
Yeah.
So Screw picked up on that early and you know, we had that type of relationship. You know what I'm saying?
That's a hell of a perspective.
Until I stepped out on him and he got upset with me, but we squashed that.
Yeah.
When I did that project with Watts, But you know, it's the whole story behind that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He you know, I mean, shit, he just let me know how he feel. You know, it wasn't no, you know, yelling and screaming and stuff like that. He was just like, you know, I thought we was family, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I got your back. But it was kind of one of them situations where I had to make a decision. And at my record label, that's when I had started my own label, and my brother was running the label.
Yeah.
Not Rocco, but our half brother.
Okay.
And you know, he made some agreements, some deals with Robert Gillum and that I didn't know about, him being the executive of the label, you know, and certain times that stuff had to get money, had to get put out. If I give you this check,
Right.
we need it by then.
Right.
And everybody kind of knew that Screw was on his own schedule too. So we was pressed, kind of like,
yeah.
we need this project because Rob G gave us all this money, but you know,
you was under obligation that you couldn't get out of at that moment.
Right. So I kind of had to go that way. And no, I understood how Screw felt about that, you know what I'm saying? And I understood that. And it really wasn't nothing, you know what I'm saying? I could fire back at him, you know what I'm saying? It was just like, bro, you know, this is what it was, man. You know, I apologize, fam.
Right.
You know, it ain't like what you think it is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But, you know, it had to be done that way.
Yeah.
And, you know, we talked it out and, you know, we talked about it and
so they got squashed with one conversation?
One conversation.
Yeah.
I remember walking around right in the house with Hunter's Glen. I remember walking around in the garage, like, damn. Man, talking on the phone with Screw.
Yeah.
Nervous, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
Let me ask you that. Was that record company you were just talking about, was that Bella 8?
No, that was the company that was Night Shift.
A night shift,
right.
yeah.
That was the company that we did Railway in conjunction with.
Okay, because I was wondering, cause I had one of them. I don't know how I got that tape, but I got it way back when the Bellway and the Night Shift.
Right.
Now, tell me if this true or not, because I remember hearing Charlie Boy on that way back then.
It might have been a sample or something.
It was freestyle. Y'all was on there freestyle.
No, I wasn't Charlie Boy.
Wasn't Charlie Boy. Okay.
No. That's you know what? Funny that I just thought about that. I've never met Charlie.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
He just did a song with the Gov and Blank too. I still never met Charlie.
For some reason, I thought it was Charlie Boy because it was somebody singing on there, and then I heard you freestyling too on there.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I say
it was crazy, man. We did all of those projects in one night.
Yeah,
we did like a whole night long session. Like we just went in there and just went at it like just all night. And we had so much material. We didn't even plan on doing other projects. We just had so much material. And the first one took off. We was like, shit, we got another 2 albums. Shit, let's go on.
Locked and loaded.
First one took off, man. We did so well with that and did so good with that. And you know what I'm saying? Rob G was so happy with that, breaking that bread out. We was like, man, we got a whole another mint back here. Let's go and do these.
And people forget how popping Beltway 8 was. You know,
oh yeah.
Mike Mo.
Shout out Mike Mo.
Man, shout out to Mike Mo, man.
That's a real one right there.
They had that thing rolling at one point, man. Now, for people who don't know what PSK is talking about when he said Rob G was breaking that bread off. You know, shout out to Robert Gillum and
R.I.P. Robert Gillum,
who was running Southwest Wholesale at the time.
Real
dude.
Know,
and a lot of people, you know, I was one of them people who's like, man, this dude ain't paying us all our money, man. You know what I'm saying? And he might not have been, but it's no different from being on a record label when you not gonna get nowhere close to that, because you're not getting $1 per sale compared to being on a one stop or distributor like that where you're getting $8 or $9,
$8 and a quarter, $8.25,
and advances in some cases. Look, you the one that gave me the game to get some advance money from Southwest.
For real?
Tell you, listen, 1999. I don't know what's going on. Man, they breaking out bread at Southwest like it's going out of style.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm on the phone with PSK and something. He said, man, you ain't even got your money from Robert yet? I was like, what you talking about? I was like, what you say, man, Robert breaking bread. He giving advances and stuff out of straight up. So I'm like, nah, I ain't know nothing about it. Yeah, this is what you told me. You said, man, draw you up a proposal. He say, lay out the budget and present the proposal to him, and you got a resume. You know, we done already put out some records that done sold. You got a track record. He say, he'll give you some bread.
Looking out for
I didn't know that
Looking-
PSK had got money, Blank had got money,
Yeah.
Nip had got Screwed Up Click got. This
Yeah.
dude was cutting checks.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Man, I took a piece of paper like this. And I started writing with a pen. I ain't had no typewriter or no computer to make it look all formal. I started writing down, okay, studio, that's gonna be $10,000. I'm just writing out a budget, bro. I lay out the budget, got it on paper, and then I got greedy. I say, I'm gonna put 2 projects on. I'm gonna say I'm gonna have me a solo, and I'm gonna say we're gonna do like a compilation. I'm trying to get it.
Right.
So I did this here, walked it into Robert's office. This what he did. He looked at it, he said, can't do this, can't do that, can't do that. He started scratching out all my little stuff. So I'm sitting there like, I had like 100,000 on the budget. You know, by the time Robert got through with me, that boy said 16,000. I was wounded. I said, nah, that's not gonna get. So we might have got to 20, 25.
Mhm.
And then we hadn't even got on the freeway yet. I called him back. I said, nah, that's not gonna get it. And I shot him another number. And when I shot him that other number, just gonna say, he stacked about 20 more on that. You know what I'm saying? So it turned out to be nice. But you the one that told me that he was doing that.
That's what's up.
And I had no idea. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Bars was getting that bread, man,
Right.
straight up,
Right.
man. You know?
And you know, that's all from learning the game from Russell, man. Man, Robert loved Russell. Russell was his first, rap project with the Southern Way with UGK. So man, Robert loved us. You know what I'm saying? He would always say, like, we never gave him no problems.
Yeah.
You know, he was like, we was always humble, we was always respectable. That's why I never had an issue with Robert. You know what I'm saying? If y'all remember them drink shirts with the drink on the front of them? Like Robert gave me advance for those shirts.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like I hadn't pressed up one shirt.
Right.
I went to Mike Frost and got the artwork and took it to Robert.
Yeah.
And first thing Robert gonna ask you, what's your margin?
Right.
I didn't know what that meant.
Yeah, me neither.
When I first met Robert, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't know what it meant. I just went into my spiel. You know what I'm saying? So then he explained to me what a margin was.
What you paid to
know
make
what I'm
it
saying?
and what you gonna sell for.
Exactly. So he explained to me that. You know what I'm saying? So I knew every time I went to Robert, now the first thing that come out of my mouth is this my margin. You know what I'm saying? And,
So you teaching business
yeah.
without even
Man, me and Robert had so many meetings at Papa Do's on 610. Robert called, hey, PSK, you meet me at Papa Do's at 12:30? Sure. Saying, but before Robert died, and I put on everything I love. Before Robert died, we had a meeting, and about the H-Town shirts, about the shirts.
Yeah.
And he was gonna invest in it, and but he was telling me about this they had just closed a deal with one of these television production companies, and they were gonna do a series about Rap-A-Lot.
Yeah.
Like a docu-series. You know, he said, I think we got approved for the first 3 episodes. We're gonna try to get more, yada yada yada. But I wanted to talk to you about playing a role in it. And I was like, huh?
Yeah.
I was like, Robert, I can't act. He's like, don't worry about that. I'm gonna send you to school.
Wow.
He wanted me to play Lil J.
Wow.
See, I just in the back of my mind, I was just about to say that.
He wanted
you
me
got
to
the
play,
beat.
bro. He wanted me to play Lil J.
Wow.
Now
And
you
I was
gotta
like,
do
damn,
Lil J.
another moment.
Yeah.
I was thinking like, damn, Robert Gillum is sitting up here telling me he's from the docu-series about Rap-A-Lot and he want me to play Lil J. Another one of those just
That makes sense why he was
fanned
saying,
out moments.
I'm going to send you to school too, because if you was going to play Jay, that means you was going to have a lot of
Hey man, that's what my head started going.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah. Then I started thinking
Yeah.
like, man, I'm gonna go back to school, man. I'm gonna be able to probably get some more roles and all that type
Yeah.
of stuff. But that's the kind of dude that Robert was. You know what I'm saying? Robert was thinking about me when I wasn't thinking about him.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? I already got approved, I already got the budget, and he thinking about me playing a role in it. Man, I wasn't thinking about being no actor. You know what I'm saying? He just called me out the blue one day. Meet me at Papa Do's at 12:30. You know what I'm saying? I'm going. That's Robert. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can see you playing Lil J and Ghostface.
Yeah.
Funny story, man. Funny story. Listen.
I was working at the airport.
This does have something to do with the airport, though. Funny story. When I'm flying from Atlanta, getting an Intercontinental. You know what I'm saying? Walking through, got my bags and everything. This old white lady stopped me. She's like, "You a rapper?" And I was like, "Yeah." You know what I'm saying? And she's like, "You mind if me and my daughter take a picture with you?"
Oh, no. I already feel like where this
Like,
going, man.
you know what I'm saying? I'm like, "Yeah, I'm back home. Folks know me." You know what I'm saying?
Man.
So the daughter said, "So you're a rapper?" And I was like, "Yeah," you know what I'm saying? So the old mama or the grandmother, so she's like, "Yeah, this is Ice Cube." I took the picture like this.
You was already informed, man. I can't pull out now. Oh man, yeah, that's cold blooded.
Another funny story.
Man, I bet the little girl like, oh, Ice Cube.
Right, exactly.
They got the picture right now today, like, Granny ain't know no better.
Looking like.
Yeah, she saw Fridays, man.
Yeah,
And that's all
I laughed my ass off after I left off, you know what I'm saying?
Man, look, bro, I was Dave Chappelle for about 5 years. When the Chappelle
I
show
can see
was
that,
popping,
right.
I had to do that everywhere I went. So it's all good. It could be worse.
What?
Man, so do you miss them days? Cause every guest we have come on here, we always get the conversation about physical copies versus streaming and all that. We ain't got to go into all that. But I just mean how easy the money came during those times.
Of course you miss them.
And now how, in my opinion, the industry, they have instituted this agenda to really destroy independent labels and artists because they got it so sold up with the streaming. Man, so you answered the question out there because
you definitely miss them because, artists like us, I guess what they call us mid-level, mid-majors or whatever, it took us out the game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We was just talking about how Robert, I guess they were advances, but what it really was Robert was buying your first 2, 3, 4, 5,000 pieces.
In advance on royalties.
In advance.
That's what it was.
Right.
Yeah.
So he paying us, instead of waiting for him to sell and getting $850, he would go ahead and buy your first 3, 4, 5,000 at
He's projecting on the projection
right.
of it. Okay, we know
he making him money. He making another $1 off of the CD, but he also putting money in your hands so you can take care of your people, take care of your family, have your marketing budget and things like that.
Right.
So, it was kind of like, helping each other out, giving us a way to, to tread water in the game. You know what I'm saying? That's why I respect them so much. Now, the new format of music and how they distribute and how they selling it took Robert out the game too. You know what I'm saying? Southwest went out of business. And you know what I'm saying, that they really hurt artists like us.
Right.
We weren't pressed to go gold and platinum. Everybody knows, man, we sell out 50, 75, 100,000, man, and we live in, you know what I'm saying?
15,000
I remember Face used to always tell me, like, y'all making all the money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all making all the money.
Yeah.
I didn't understand it then. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I was young in the game. I'm like, bro, you Scarface. You know what I'm saying? You got gold records, yeah. When I learned out how these contracts worked and how the majors did those guys and how Russell did us, which really Russell was paying us 20%. I'm saying those guys were making close to that. And when you grow up and you learn the game, you realize Russell was really taking care of us. Yeah. Not taking care of us literally, but in the sense, but giving us a fair shot.
More than the standard.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So, when you learn that, you can literally like do your own project, go to Robert, get this, that caused a lot of strain with Russell and us because we knew we could do it on our own and we wanted to do it on our own. We wanted to grow, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. We wanted to be beyond artists and, that's just how it ended up working out. But it definitely, it killed the game for us. I'm saying it really did. Man, this streaming ain't paying up people like us no bread. You know what I'm saying? I get Spotify numbers and all them numbers look good. You know what I'm saying? But those little checks ain't nothing.
I say that all the time. It's an illusion as far as the numbers. Like I see people that post their streams for the year and all that, and like I say, it look good, and it's still something to be respected. Because it represents what your fan base,
exactly,
how they feel about you.
Right.
But in terms of, monetization, you know, levels. It's like, nah, man, you know, that's as far as it goes, how it look. What it translates into is not nowhere close to that. Yeah, so I do you look back on like any situation that you may have had, like being on BigTyme, where as an artist you don't understand the moves that the CEO have to make? Do you look at that now and kind of like, I get it now. I get it. I might not have been 100% happy with how it went down, but I understand the position that Russell might have been in.
Definitely. I mean, not one particular instance comes to mind, but I do understand why Russell made some of the moves that he made that didn't look like they were necessarily in our favor as an artist, but I understand why he had to do them for the sake of the label. You know, when you have a business entity, a company, you know, that's more important than everything.
Yeah.
You have to keep that afloat. And, you know what I'm saying, you can't pick and choose about who you're going to take care of and this and that. You have to look out for that business first.
Yeah.
And I understood that, you know, maturing and becoming a businessman, you know, and I understood a lot of things that Russell and I fell out about, that later on in life I went to him and apologized.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Not to say that Russell don't still owe us money, because he does.
Right.
But understanding those moves that were made, I did understand those moves, you know. R.I.P. to Russell. Man, great dude, man.
Yeah.
Russell was a loyal dude.
Yeah.
We fell out about money more than 10 times. But Russell was still loyal to me, man. Russell was still fucking with me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And maybe Russell knew. He was like, you know what? Maybe Russell knew. You know, K Smart, he'll get it one day. But, you know, Russell could have been said fuck me a long time ago. And he never did, you know. So, much respect, man. Russell, he's a big fella.
Let me ask you this. As a PSK fan, I am, man.
Come on.
Why do it's I think their last album was in 1999.
Mm-hmm.
What's taking so did you done with rapping? Or you putting the
I answer that question. No.
Perfectionist that's putting this Dr. Dre shit together.
Man, I retired so many times, and every time I posted, the first response
is this one.
You ain't going nowhere. You ain't going nowhere.
Every time.
Man, but man, I got songs, man.
I wait for strap music.
I have songs. I have strap music. I just not necessarily lost my verve for the game, but at this point it'll just be like a hobby.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I won't be able to tour.
Yeah.
I won't be able to do shows.
Yeah.
Because, you know, of the decisions that I made and took the turn that I did in life. So I wouldn't be able to like just give it my all. And at this point, I would just be like dropping music.
Right.
I'd just be putting music out for everybody to burn and share, and you know what I'm saying? I'd just be doing that.
Yeah.
I got songs. I got songs in my phone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
What do you think about the reaction for the latest WK project?
What I think about?
The reaction from the fans on your latest WK project.
The reaction from the fans or the project itself?
Both.
The project itself, I love it.
Yeah.
I like how after all those years, man, we were able to hook back up, get right back at it. You know what I'm saying? And if I'm not mistaken, I think Ice Lord was the one
like the fuse.
Huh? Yeah. Ice Lord was the one that was. And let me stop right there, man. Ice Lord don't get his just due.
No. I was saying that the other day.
Hey man, that's a bad dude.
Absolutely.
I was saying that the other day.
Absolutely.
I remember when I'm getting chills.
Yeah.
I remember when he sent his first demo in. The song was called First Night of Slanging.
Mm-hmm.
Man, me and Blank listened to that song back to back to back to back until Russell got him out of LaPlace, Louisiana, and brought him to the lake.
Wow.
We listened to that song, I promise you, back to back to back to back. As long as our eyes was open, we listened to that song.
Yeah.
That first night of slanging, man, I tell Ice Lord, please do a newer version, same words, same type beat, but just do it again, man. That song like touched me. That song touched me like a Ice Cube song or a Snoop song or a Face song where it's just one of those songs. It's one of them songs that make you say, damn, I wish I would have wrote that song.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That first night of slanging, man, was
I'm gonna tell you
his voice.
Yeah,
so
Louisiana slang on there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you how cold Ice Lord is. Couldn't even smoke weed, bro. My favorite line, this dude said, he say, you heard I smoke enough weed to get the world high.
Yeah.
Can't even get the red. I said, man, that dude there is insane. There's something wrong with him.
For real, man.
That was the first WK, and that's the first time I ever got introduced to Ice Lord. But with you, Blank, I was like, how did they come up with this team? Well, it's like that marathon when you pass the next.
You gotta know, that chemistry and their friendship.
That happened so just fluidly, man. Like when we got, I remember recording those songs too. Like everything just came out. It wasn't no, well, let's do it like this. Or no, everything just, okay, here go the hook, here go the beat, this is what we finna talk about.
Yeah.
And then go in there and record a song and you like, shit.
Man. That was classic.
Every song was like that. Like we just, and just like the new one, man. I mean, like, it was just like, we didn't do a lot of recording together, but we already knew the chemistry and how it was gonna flow. Like I wrote my verses at work. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like I was at work. Like I was at work. I'm literally like in a plant, 100 feet up in the sky, in a pipe, fitting pipe. Taking out my little pipe filler notebook, writing
it
my
down,
song. You know what I'm saying? Blank hit me, I'm up in the pipe rack on the phone. What you looking like, K? Oh, man, all right.
I got 4 more bars left.
Yeah, swear to God. You know what I'm saying? So then, so go knock it out. And then you know what I'm saying, it all came together. We all said, okay, we just gonna pay for 2 videos. Pick the video you want to pay for, pick the video you want to pay for, pick the ones you want to pay for. We're gonna do videos. And it all came out. Because actually, Haters of New Love was the first single off my solo album.
Wow.
So when we decided we was gonna do it, I was like, well, shit, I already got the first single. It was gonna be my single. I had 3 verses for it. And I said, well, shit, I already got the single. We'll just make it this kind of single. Okay. Then Blake was like, fuck it, we'll call the album Haters of New Love. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because that song was so dope. And Ronnie did his thing on the hook, man.
Definitely.
Just hard. But y'all chemistry, man. And like I say, some people have working chemistry, but they might not just be cool like that. Some people are great, cool friends, but they don't have the working chemistry like that. Y'all got that combination.
Those are my brothers. You know what I'm saying? Those are my brothers.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
exactly.
We don't just have working relationships.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, Blank know shit about me that don't nobody know. Same with Ice Lord, same with me, same with Blank. So, you know, we all, you know what I'm saying? We all like brothers. You know what I'm saying? They done seen me at my lowest. I done seen them at their lowest. We done been on the phone crying to each other. You know what I'm saying? And all that kind of stuff. Like those, my brothers for real. And, you know,
you can tell.
Me and Blank got a special relationship just from the simple fact that he fucked with me from day one. You know what I'm saying? So I always feel in debt to Blank in some kind of way. You know what I'm saying? Because really, like, Blank was one of the first ones, you know, born twice, like I said before, one of the first ones that really believed in me. But Blank showed it. Like, Blank was like, you come with me.
That's one of the things I always see. Because when I heard about the story about he picked up the phone and that's when you first met him, it was funny how he flipped around and he threw you to Alley on flipped to a coma and you the first person you hear, you opened up the door. So that, because you know.
That was all Blank idea. Blank was like, K, I just hear you saying all shit.
And then you
He told me that. He was like, I just hear you saying all shit. He say, I don't know what you gonna write. I don't care what you write, but just say, "Oh shit."
That's all I want from you. Yeah,
I say,
that's
easy. You know
man,
Because
classic, man.
you know, you get that first 15 seconds, you be like, let me hear what this is. And after that first one you put in, you all right, let me get the rest of this.
Yeah.
I'm glad y'all did a visual for that too.
Yeah, for sure.
20 years or 20-something years later.
I don't know something. I just always like going first.
Man, look, and like
it's not to show nobody up or because I know who coming behind me. It's really like to push myself. You know what I'm saying? Because I know who coming behind me. You know what I'm saying? You got the blanks and the
what you probably look at, like once you start getting that reputation for going first, we was thinking we got to come behind you because he finna set it off. He finna start it off so live. It's like, okay,
I never thought about it.
It can't go down now. You know what I'm saying? Because his intro game is so strong. It's like, you know, if I'm 4-5 people in, I'm like, I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to come behind him and then it give a dip. It's like, nah, we
never thought about it like that.
No, but that make a difference, bro.
I always put the pressure on myself because I was like, you know.
I think all great artists do that. That's just gonna be naturally in them. You know, it's something that people would certify as a classic, and you gonna find something wrong with it. Like, I should have did. I did. Like you say with Pimp, you know what I'm saying? It's, or like with Bud, say he didn't like the hook or whatever.
Right.
But so one of the big things for me that I included myself in as South Park Coalition is when y'all brought Ice-T to Maestro Studio, bruh, to do the Big Player song.
Mm-hmm.
And all I was thinking was like, man, PSK got Ice-T. I was like, how'd he get Ice-T on the song? You know what I'm saying? Like, that was like huge, you know what I'm saying, around that time, man. Give us a backstory on how y'all got Ice. How did it even come to where Ice-T is on this record with you?
Again, Born Twice.
Man, oh yeah, he do got a lady just Born Twice and Ice-T.
You know what I'm saying? They with the Rhyme Syndicate.
Yeah.
You know, him and B2 super cool.
Yeah.
Russell and B2 was cool. Of course, me and B2 had our own history. First, Ice-T was down here to get on the Screw Project.
Wow.
He didn't come down here to deal with PSK.
Right.
The flow of Born Bad was going so good. Like, it was a whole different energy. Like, most of the songs that were done, you know, remember I was telling you how Russell gonna put his favorite music in the truck.
Right.
And he gonna listen to that shit all day.
Right.
So it got to the point where PSK was the only thing playing in Russell's truck.
Wow. You went full circle.
Another one of them moments where I'm like,
well, he wouldn't even listen to me. He ain't one sign, and now he can't take me out the deck.
Now he can't take me out the deck.
Yeah.
And Eddie called me, and he was like, "You think you could do a song with Ice-T?" I was like, "Hell yeah!"
Like, what you mean?
So, you know, not to put I ain't gonna say the price, but Eddie was like, he said he'll do it, man. He gonna do it for hardly nothing.
Yeah.
And so I know, knowing how cheap Russell ass was, it was close to nothing. You know what I'm saying? It was close to nothing. So I was like, I was like, damn, like Ice-T, bro. Like, I got the Ghetto Twins. I already got
UGK.
I already got like Yesterday in the bag. It's in the bucket. That was already mixed and everything. And then I had went to Louisiana and chilled with the girls and Precise and got that song, and it was just like, man, like what else can go perfect on this record?
Right.
And the shit.
Now, here you go.
Ice-T. When the studio, I had already had Big Players from the first Records Clan album, and I was gonna remix it for Born Bad, and so I put that in, and Ice was like, yeah, I like that. Let me get on that. And funny story about Ice-T, we went to what was that restaurant on Montrose, man? Anyway, we went there, about 20 of us, huge ass bill, and this is just how cool he was. Russell was paying for the bill because Ice-T was, of course, our guest.
Right.
Ice-T picked up the bill, and when I tell you the bill
was billing.
Was more than what Russell paid him.
Wow.
And he paid that bill. Wow. He picked up the tab.
That's strong.
Then he leans over and tells me, I'm coming to the album release.
Ooh.
This nigga performed at my album release.
Come on, Ice.
At Middle Earth.
Yeah.
Y'all remember Middle Earth over there? And man, that was the biggest night of my life. Like
Yeah.
my whole family was there. Like, my uncles, my aunt, my mom. You know what I'm saying? Icy on the stage, like showing me love. Performing at my that was my.
You know what I remember about that? That's one of the things I remember about that song that I mess with this dude about to this day. I remember you was trying to get KO to sing the hook.
Yes.
And for whatever reason, this dude didn't do the hook, man.
Yep.
And so you end up getting, I think, got J Real on the hook, right?
No, that's my uncle.
Okay, J Real was your uncle?
No.
Oh, that's your uncle singing on something. Okay. I don't know why I thought that was J Real. But I just remember
I don't think it was my uncle singing on the
KO was supposed to be on there. I messed with him to this day.
KO was my first choice.
Yeah, to this day.
And I sweated KO. I called KO, blew him up, wouldn't do the song.
Classic KO, man.
And cause remember what made me want him on that song was when he did Till It Hit Home with Pump Line.
Yeah.
Till It Hit Home.
Right.
And I said that's the perfect voice.
Right.
That's the voice that I want on Big Players. Yeah. But I remember calling KO not answering the phone, KO ducking my call, KO sending me straight to voicemail.
Come on, KO.
And
could have been on a song with PSK and Ice-T, man.
Yes, KO show was.
Some legacy stuff, man. Yeah, I always mess with him about that every time we get into this when that comes up. That's the first thing.
That's crazy. You remember that, but
I remember.
That was my first choice.
You know, that conversation come up between me and him at least once a year. It's like an anniversary when I mess with him about that. Yeah,
but that's fact.
No doubt about it, man. Let me ask you this here, before we get you out of here, like the current state of rap in Houston and worldwide. We know it's different, but what's your take on it as far as what you see that you like about it or don't like about it, locally and globally, I'll say?
Well, I was like they say, like they kind of died in the war, like stuck with our era. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Y'all ain't coming like us. Y'all ain't putting out music like us.
Yeah.
Y'all ain't doing it, you know, like organically and it's soulful and rhythmically like us, you know, and it's watered down. It's not pure.
Yeah.
It's just bullshit. At first, I was like that.
Right.
But when you get older, I like to say mature, and you see that that's what the game is. That's what these kids like, and that's what it's about. That's what the kids like. That's what they gonna listen to. So I kind of let go.
Yeah.
Like, hey, because I remember listening to MC Shan, Run DMC, Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, and Skinny Boys, and all them. And my mom was like, "What is that shit you listening to?"
Right.
And you like, Mom, like this the shit.
This is it.
What's up.
This is everything.
Yeah, and Mama wasn't getting that shit. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of went back to that era, and I was like, well, you know, hey man, it is what it is. Let these kids have it.
This is their golden era.
Right, yeah. Exactly. You know, this their time, man. This their era. I've even, I ain't ashamed to say it, I've even tried some songs, but I'm like, that ain't me.
Yeah.
That just ain't me. You know what I'm saying? I got some of them songs, some of that new flow and all that shit. I'm like, nah.
We dropping it next week. Y'all get PSK.
Y'all know.
Yeah. And then, you know, the label's always been dirty. You know, the CEO's always been crooked.
Right.
You know, and a lot of times people would say, well, man, it's messed up. I think, to be honest with you, I think artists are more educated now.
Oh, yeah.
It might not seem like it.
Definitely.
But a lot of these youngsters, they kind of figured it out, like how to be, especially how they use social media and YouTube and TikTok and all that. It's like we said all the time, a lot of these cats is millionaires at 16, 17, 20 years old.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And they on top of the business side or the controlling of their brand greater than we ever was.
Right.
You know, before we even knew that we was a brand.
Definitely.
You know, so I give them a lot of credit for that, but I still think we got a long way to go.
Right.
One thing I know about my brother here, he got some strong political views. I be seeing you funking on Facebook all the time, going in. What what's your view on the leadership in this nation and how, in your opinion, things need to change or improve, or what could be better? Or why do you think we here how we are now?
I feel like for the lack of a better term, the term oppressed, when you play in the face of an oppressed culture, I feel like very disrespected. It's nothing personal towards any particular person, but it's more of like a frame of mind, a mind frame. And I just feel like we're being disrespected by something like a machine. And I feel like a certain demographic has become emboldened by the way that they express themselves and the way that they portray their views. I just find it really upsetting when a certain demographic all of a sudden starts using the term racist.
Yeah.
Like,
in relation to us.
How you a white boy? How you a white boy? And you gonna call me racist?
Yeah.
No. And I always burn them with like on them posts. You know, my favorite one is y'all will claim y'all invented everything except racism.
Come on.
Y'all invented everything except racism, right? And I feel like what really irks me is that a certain demographic doesn't understand really what systemic racism is. And they don't understand it because it was designed for them not to understand it. It was designed for them not to have to take accountability for it.
Yeah.
But it's there. And as soon as they recognize that it's there, we're all humans. They're going to fix it, but they have to recognize it first. And they're denying even
the existence of
it.
Yeah.
So I feel like sometimes it's like beating a dead horse. Y'all know I went to high school in Clear Lake. A lot of people that I went to high school with are displaying those types of views. A lot of people that I went to in the trenches with, you know, would tell me, hey man, we battled on the field, we battled on the court, and I will always love you and I will always understand you. But
yeah.
Right. And that's what pisses me off. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like they playing in our face. And they're conveniently at times playing stupid to benefit the way that they were brought up or the way that they think, the way that they choose to think. But when you're a grown up, it don't matter how your parents brought you up. You know what I'm saying? You're able to discern right from wrong when you're a grown up, so you don't get a pass with me.
Yeah.
Yeah, we played high school ball together. Yeah, we battled together. We cried in the locker room together. Nigga, but we 57 now. You know what I'm saying? We 57 years old now. You done had kids, I done had kids. You done raised your kids like that, I done raised my kids like that. So are we really cool? You know? And
it's a matter of some also knowing the situation, but because they benefit from the situation, they're not willing to relinquish.
It's convenient.
Yeah, it's like, hey man.
Yeah, right.
Because they'll tell you in some cases,
right.
Well, yeah, man, y'all are absolutely right.
Yeah.
But in the words you said, but it's like, I have benefited so greatly from this systemic racism, from this system that I'm not finna
denounce it.
I'm not gonna cut you no slices of this. Just like you said, I can't denounce it because the circles that I travel in, they all are in that mindset with me. So, you know, it's one of those things where I always talk about separation. What Elijah Muhammad teaches, separation. We're not gonna ever be able to blend in or be accepted into this system because of the fact that it's gonna always be that tug of war.
Always.
Like,
And that
we ain't giving this up.
and that goes back to when I said it was designed for them not to have any accountability. Because, they'll be like, well, I didn't own slaves.
Yeah.
Yeah. It wasn't me.
It wasn't me.
Yeah.
Right. And it was designed to be like that.
Yeah.
The forefathers and the slave owners and all that stuff, they knew that. This was all planned. You know what I'm saying? By the time generations passed after us, I'm speaking from a slave owner's standpoint. By the time these generations and generations and generations pass, this gonna already be, they're gonna
be racks on racks on racks.
It's already in the fabric of how America is. So all of that was planned, and they kind of fall on that ignorance is bliss type shit. You know what I'm saying? Hey, well, man, I don't know.
Yeah. Ignorance is bliss, and denial is sustainability.
Exactly.
We can deny it, but because that's what's gonna
like they say, all we asking now is for equality. Yeah. When we start asking for more than that, it's gonna be a problem.
Yeah. Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's all we're asking for. Right, that's all we want, man, as a people. I mean, all we want to do is be able to be treated equal. You know what I'm saying? I want to go in the bank and get a $50,000 loan with a 620 credit score, just like Kyle did.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And when we start asking for more than equality, it's gonna be a problem.
Absolutely. We getting to that point. We definitely getting to that point where we got to start building our own and understanding who the enemy is, and we'll never be able to make requests to an enemy for that enemy to grant those requests. Because if that's the case, he wouldn't be our enemy.
Exactly.
So that's all of it, man. Wise words spoken, man. About it. You got another before we get out of here, Keisto?
Nah, that was about it. That was my one thing, and just I was gonna let them know that PSK from Mo City now.
No.
What are you saying?
No, he said PSK from Mo City. No, PSK is not from Mo City. We put this on the actual record.
Okay. Well, I was born in Beaumont.
Okay.
Yeah. Moved here 2-3 years old. Moved to Trinity Garden. My mom and dad is divorced. Moved to South Park.
All right.
So 9 months out of the year I was in South Park. 3 months out of the year I was in Trinity Garden.
So that's a ratio.
I done stayed everywhere in between. You know what I'm saying? Like I said earlier, I'm gonna represent where I lay my head at all the time.
That's right. But guess what? If somebody had to say, hey man, you tell us where you represent from, what you gonna say?
South Park.
There we go. And ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of the show tonight.
That's why I cut my what they say, cut
your teeth. Yeah.
Teeth there,
all good, man.
That's ingrained.
Well, man, I'm gonna tell you this, bro. This interview was better than what we expected it to be. Like we already knew it was gonna be great, but just for all this time, it was worth the wait, fam.
Right on.
Family, you my brother, you all. We got number love.
All love, man. All love. This go beyond music. This go beyond rap.
Man. Yeah.
I don't know if I ever said this to you. I appreciate you for taking me into the clique.
Appreciate you.
I never felt any type of pressure around you except to be an amazing artist, except to bring my pen with me. But just you've been gracious long as I've known you, brother. You always fuck with me the long way. And I don't think I ever looked you in your eyes and tell you, man, I appreciate you.
Man, I appreciate you.
Appreciate you, man. I love
you. You've been that same brother, man.
Appreciate
Look, I can say I'm probably I've gotten to it with a lot of the homies in this piece. Me and this man ain't never ever know.
Bro,
nothing.
I never. I don't get that anymore.
We ain't even argued about Magic Johnson versus Isaiah Thomas. We ain't never. I ain't nothing. Ain't never been nothing, man. It just number love, man. But
you kind of sneak shots in there about your shot by shooting over me.
Oh no, yeah, that's true.
I don't think you're gonna be able to do that. But
well, when last time you hooped?
You probably could do it now.
I hooped yesterday.
Yeah. I hooped yesterday.
Yeah. Oh man, but you know it's like riding a bike till you get your wind. Once you get your wind back.
Right on. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure I said that to you, man, in a public forum, and I really appreciate it, man. Like you accepting me into the clique was definitely a pivotal point in my life, and it changed my life.
Well, you know, and again, you coming in, you are a piece that we wouldn't have been the same if it weren't for you being part of that. It's like, you know, when names get mentioned, your name is one of those power blocks that always get mentioned, whether we're talking about Nip, Cat, Blank, myself, whoever it is. PSK name is right there in that mold, you know what I'm saying? So, brother, we wouldn't, it would be a void if you wouldn't down with us, man.
Appreciate that.
Well, I'm born.
Nice meeting you, my man, for the first time. I done watched you all the time. I love your personality.
Okay, appreciate
it. Everything about you, my man, and nice to finally get a chance to meet you, man.
Yeah, like I said, I'm a big fan, man.
Appreciate that.
Like, from Jump Street, I always said PSK stood out from all of them. It's just a fact. Like I said, you 101. Just like how physical sound is, like bust around sound, it's a PSK sound.
Yeah.
And it's high level, bro.
I appreciate that.
That's why I say, man, come out with something else so we can grab.
I think I got a couple songs I can play for y'all when we get off air, man.
Already, man. It is. All right, man. Well, this your big brother K Reno.
It's your boy Keystone.
It's the Underground Dialogue Podcast, and we are
at this motherfucker.
What's up, man? It's your big brother K Reno, and check this out, man. The Underground Dialogue Podcast is offering advertising opportunities, man. You can promote your business, you can promote your video, your song, whatever it is that you have, man. Reach out to us if you're interested in promoting on the Underground Dialogue Podcast. All you got to do is email us at undergrounddialoguepodcast@gmail.com. Get it. What up, man? It's your big brother K Reno. I'm proud to announce that I'm a new brand ambassador to this new brand of clothing and shoes called Volage. Y'all make sure that y'all support this. It's already available. Houston-based company, straight out the A's. Look at the quality of the packaging itself. We ain't even got to the shoes yet, man. And this is just one pair of shoes, one design. They got all kinds of dope designs of shoes that you guys can choose from. Go to volage.biz and find your order, find what you want. Wide selection to choose from, male and female items, and I'm proud to be a part of it, man. Community workers, versatile products, Volage, manufactured in Italy. Look at the quality of this box, man. Y'all don't know what it is, man. Catch y'all later on.